Hey guys, it's Kevin Kreider, and in this video I want to share with you the only shoulder exercise you'll ever have to do. Now, before I get started with the shoulder press exercises, the reason why I avoided this exercise, which is basically just the overhead press, is because it was difficult. It was super difficult. It felt uncomfortable. I felt like the weight was going to fall down on me. I didn't know how to use it properly or how to breathe properly while I was doing this exercise. But the moment I started to do it properly, it's one of my favorites now to do of all times. In the beginning, when I was doing shoulder exercises, I was just doing upright rows, which is really, especially if you do it improperly, it's been shown to wear and tear your rotator cuff. And what I love about the shoulder presses is that it actually is the most effective exercise into building that shape, that mass, and I can totally feel it every single time, especially when I go in a controlled manner and I squeeze out at the top and I come back down in a controlled manner. And the thing is, most people avoid this for the same reason I shared below, because this is so much easier to do, this is too, but at the same time, it only shapes it a little bit. It won't build any type of mass, serious mass that you want, and looking for the bolder shoulders and the rounder pop that you're looking for. So what I really recommend you doing is just switching out between these two shoulder press exercises. It's the seated dumbbell military press. And the standing overhead barbell press. These are just overhead presses. This is the only type of exercise you'll ever have to do for your shoulders if you had to choose one. I usually just do two because I love lateral raises, as you saw in my past videos, and it actually gives you a little bit of extra definition and a little bit of width there as well, just because it totally isolates the lateral head of the deltoid. When you do a military overhead press, I love the fact that it just works out your whole shoulder. You don't have to worry about anything else. Yes, if you want to look for sculpting, you might want to do some rear delt exercises, but if you had to choose one, this is the only one you'll ever have to do. I see so many people doing dumb exercises like front raises all the time. And I'm like, dude, relax. Like, it looks easy, it is easy, that's why it's not going to give you the result that you want. Put in a little bit of the work and you'll get big results. I can assure you of that. It's happened for me, and I used to be one of those guys. You see a lot of steroid bodybuilders and people taking anabolics, which I have nothing against. That's your own ethical choice. But the reason why they do this is because they're just looking for volume and they can go lighter. They can literally just do this all the time or do this all the time. I don't know, that was supposed to be food coming in my mouth, but that's all they have to do. And the anabolics, the steroids, are going to give them muscle mass no matter what they do. So don't be fooled by that. Don't watch all those things. Naturals have to train a little bit differently. They have to train a little bit smarter. It's a little bit more difficult. That's why training naturally is just not done as much as people like to do, or what people like to think these days. All right, that's enough of my soapbox for that. But here's the thing. When you do military overhead presses, the reason why it's so difficult is because it feels like it's going to crush you, right? Well, here's the trick that I use to really overcome that. When you think of a seated military press or a standing military press over your head as a full body exercise, it doesn't feel like it's going to crush you like that anymore. And what you have to do is squeeze your glutes, activate it. You have to plant and make sure your back is in the seat, arch your back, feet are driving through the ground at all times. Keep your face still and looking forward. And what you have to do is actually take a deep breath in as you're about to push up, and don't let the air out until you're starting to lower the weight back down to your ears. What that does is fills your cavity, your abdominal cavity, with air and creates stability so it doesn't feel like it's gonna crush you. Now, it gives you a ton of power when you do that, especially when you're driving down with the feet. And when you breathe out at the top, man, you're just like, wow, that was strong. And you keep doing more weight and more weight. And that's what helped me to stop feeling like it was gonna crush me. So only do this exercise if you have to choose. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also take the free body design tool. It's just a quiz. It'll guide you to one of my muscle and strength programs. It'll guide you to one of my online virtual training programs that you can enroll in, and you'll get access to me in the private Facebook group as well. See you guys soon.